Hi, my name's Jonathan Hicks. I'm back at the Dice Cup, and this evening I'm joined by
Dean and
Steve. And we've just finished playing Cryptid, which is a bit of a deduction game of sorts. So you have this map, and incidentally there's like variable layout. So we lay it out according to this thing. And there's also a number of these different types of, what's this, standing stone, was it? And you get the little tent things, the shacks, yeah. So a few of those around, but all the cubes and the discs are player pieces that we've been putting on the board. Now, at the start, you get one of these booklets each, and it's like a secret. And for a particular number of players, so in this case we had 4 players, you'd look, so because I was Delta, I'm finding the 11 here. So it's the Delta booklet, and I look through the 11 and it tells me that the thing we're looking for is on desert or water. There is something, do you know what it is, Andy? The actual, do you know the thing that they call it? You just called it an it, didn't you?
A cryptid. It's apparently a sort of rare, phenomenal creature type thing.
So somewhere on this map is this thing is hiding, and we're sort of competing to be the first person to find it. So I know, as we said, that it's on desert or water, but everyone else you can see has got their own booklet and they're trying to work out where it could possibly be. So when it's your turn, you can do one or two things. You either put the pawn on a particular space and say, Steve, for example, is it here? Now, if according to his clue from his booklet, it could be, he puts a disc on. But if he's wrong, sorry, I mean if it couldn't be there because of his clue, he would put a cube on instead, so in this location it couldn't be there. And whenever somebody puts a cube on because of something you've guessed, you have to put a cube on as well. Now mine was desert or water, I think, wasn't it? So I could put it here, because that's not desert or water. And we just go around taking it in turns. The other thing you can do on your turn, though, is say, I think it's here, for example. And you put that there, and then everyone has to go around in order to say whether or not it's there. So then Dean would look at that space and decide whether it is and put the appropriate thing on. And we keep going, that's right, until somebody puts a cube on. At that point it kind of stops, and then because there was a cube I would have to put another cube down, and it goes down this. Now eventually you keep going around and you're looking at the way the different things have been laid out. So on the back there's a helpful thing that says what the possible clues could be. So it could be on one of 2 types of terrain, or you could get a clue that says it's within one space of a certain terrain, within 2 spaces of one of the like abandoned shacks or standing stones. Or there are these territories as well. You can see like this red animal territory and there's some black animal territories as well. Or within 3 spaces of particular structures of certain colours. So you're trying to bear all of that in mind and then look, okay, well there's a red one, could be here, here, here or here, but it couldn't be here, couldn't be there. It's probably red is something to do with being close to something in this sort of area. And so you're trying to piece together all the clues as people put the clues down until eventually you figure it out. And I think in this, so what's going to happen eventually is someone says, I think it's here, and they put the thing down, and if it goes round and everybody puts one of the things on, that means it has to be there according to all of the clues, and hooray! Whoever sort of guessed this location would be the winner. What do we think?
This is a slightly variable game depending on who you're playing with, and that really, really matters. So if you're playing this with a group of people that like deduction games, it's a nice game. If you're playing with with a group of people that don't like deduction games, or even 1 or 2 people that don't like deduction games, the game sucks. Not only for them, but for everybody else. It just doesn't work unless everybody is actually trying to deduce it in a deduction way rather than a I'll try there and see if I get lucky way.
Okay. Andy?
Yeah, I sort of agree with Dean. I think if you have one person that's potentially just going guess, 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 it doesn't work as well. But if everybody is trying to work out where everything is and not just go, is it here, but actually go and place the disc down, but actually just place the pawn down and ask a player, could it be there? And it works a lot better because you give, by asking that question of could it be there, gives a lot less information out than just going, is it there? Because you put a disc down and it gives the other players massive amount of information. I really like it. It's a quick game. It takes probably about 30 minutes ish to play a game, possibly less. It's got quite a lot of variability as well. There's 2 decks of cards. There's an advanced game that uses the sort of black pieces as well for additional shacks and standing stones. And also the advanced game has negative clues as well. So rather than just having your clue as being it's within one space of desert, you could get it's not within one space of desert. So it's sort of so a bigger variety of clues. Yeah, so I picked this up after hearing some positive things from some people I know that quite like deduction games, and yeah, I quite like it.
Okay, Steve?
It's like a spatial logic problem. Effectively, you could have one of these charts for everyone and just say, Jonathan, oh, it can't be that one, it can't be that one, it could still be this one, can't be that one, it can't be this one because I'm that one, and you probably won't have two of those. But in a spatial way, so it is, you do need the board. It isn't just trying to work out what everyone's clue is, it's trying to work out everyone's clues and then work out which of the text on the board is yours. When you make a guess, you're giving up your information. So if I think it's here, what does everyone else think? And you put your disc down, well, you're putting one of your discs down, and obviously if people work out your clue, you have no hidden information anymore. Well, you might as well just guess. So kind of like Andy said and Dean said, protecting your own information means not guessing it all very early, but just asking questions from other people until you feel sure that either they know your clue anyway, or your guesses are actually going to have a high degree of success. In both games we played, it felt like the person whose clue was the hardest to crack, or who gave their clue away the least, had the best guess at the end. The Dean was the only one who had a specific clue. Dean's clue was like, well, no one's got my clue yet, everyone's guessing over here, which means if my clue is taken into that fact, it must be this space. And in the second game I had a very similar bit of information. But yeah, I really like it. It's unique, I think.
Rating?
7.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd be on around a 7.5 to an 8.
Okay.
With a group of people that like deduction games, 7.5 without 3.
Okay. I like it. They're right though, you do have to like deduction games. And it doesn't really look like a deduction game. It looks very sort of family friendly, it's nice cubes and discs all over the colourful board, but really it can be quite a brain burner. And most of the game, everyone's sort of sat there, sort of puzzling, staring at the board, trying to work out, could it be this, could it be that? There's no kind of sheet for tracking it, so you kind of have to store a lot of the information in your head to a certain extent. You have to look at the board. Yeah, but most of the time... Sorry, go on, Steve.
Yeah. In a lot of other deduction games where people have secret information, the chance that someone goes wrong is very high. In this, it's almost negligible. Basically, you've got one bit of information, one bit. They have to crack that one bit, but that's it. So basically, if my clue is it's on desert, on water, it's really, I've got to do really stupid, be really bad to get things wrong. And so... some of the deduction games have a problem where if someone goes wrong early on, it ruins the game, and this, it doesn't have that.
Yeah, I think they summarised it very well. I think as deduction games go, this is very good. But obviously you need to like that kind of thing. I'd be on a 7 out of 10. I certainly enjoyed it. Alright, thanks for watching. That was...
Cryptid.